Hello, everybody, and welcome to the night session of the Adventures of the Masquepade. Session
7.
is it really 7?
7 of season 3, yep.
Oh my god, you guys might actually make it to the island. Knock on wood.
Someday.
Someday. Maybe in October.
If we don't sink the boat.
Oh, don't worry, there's plenty of ways to sink the boat. Anyways, I am your DM, Kai the Cat.
My name is Aaron. I'm playing Augusteen.
DJ, I'm playing Hadriel.
I'm Isla and I'm playing Lizbit.
I am Raven and I'm playing Boon.
I'm Tork and I'm playing Toreen.
We were so close.
Wolfie, I'm playing Boon.
We were so close.
Fuck off! I had to unmute my mic and my mouse was on the other screen!
What? Sure, buddy, sure.
Yo!
That's why I have my keybind.
I don't know how to do that and I don't want to learn.
Okay.
I have too many things
Spoken
bound
like
to
a
different
true
keys
gamer.
to actually reliably use a mute key.
Anyways, when we last left off, we had 3.5 hours of just straight combat against a fuck ton of harpies. Let's see here, what happened? Toreen got to use her special things that she got from a strange, weirdly masked individual that just keeps popping up. And fucking did rogue shit, which is very busted with a barbarian, but you know what? It is what it is. Boon got the shit slashed out of her and turned into a bear, which on hindsight, I don't think she was supposed to be able to do. Because I believe you can only turn into things one-fourth your level.
I thought with Moon it was creature level 1.
What's challenge rating is a bear?
I don't know.
It depends on what type of bear. I think certain bears are higher level than others.
It was a cave bear.
Cave Bear is CR 2, I think.
Let's see here,
A
cave
brown
bear.
bear is CR 1.
Ah, that's probably what I was supposed to have you turn into.
No, I was a brown bear.
I had you as a
Wasn't I?
cave
No,
bear.
you're a Cave Bear. Cave Bear is
Yeah,
CR 2.
I said
just
Cave
so
Bear.
checked.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
So that was my fault. We'll move
It's
on
okay.
from it. Either way, you were bear with bear health, which bears have a fuck ton of health because bear.
Because bear.
It's a bear! Have you tried fighting a bear? It's not easy! Anyways, that happened. Garnet went down 3 times, so that's not gonna look great for her. Everyone was under the spell of the harpies. Y'all did pretty good against the mass amount of enemies. Unfortunately, Joseph did jump off the boat because he was hypnotized, and you did lose 1 cobalt. But that's okay, because Blondie came out and rode a big fuck you-sized dragon and brought him back. So, y'all are now free to do what you want as we zoom back to where we just left off. People are all healed up relatively. I gotta change my screen. How do change screen? Ecstasy cocaine?
No.
What?
Where are my things? There are my things. What are all of you doing?
I am
As-
helping up cutting the girl or dragging girls to the kitchen.
As you are.
Is leaving the scene.
Adobe
I
is
don't know
freaking
what
the
there
fuck
is for
out.
me to do.
Well, you convinced a lot of the kobolds to just start bailing. They're all going downstairs, going to bed. You see Ma head downstairs and you hear him mumbling something under deck. Thomas is inspecting the ship for damages. And Leslie's just kind of sitting there as the kobolds start making their way. You see him just kind of trudging back to his spot and sitting in his chair. What are the rest of you doing? God damn it, ship.
I'm maintaining watch at the crow's nest.
As you are.
I think I went downstairs.
Alright, you go downstairs. What's everyone else doing?
Can I ask Augustine a question?
You can do whatever you want, man.
I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna jump off the boat. No.
Could do that. Joseph.
Hey, Augustine.
You just see Augustine turn to you with just carrying dragging a heartbeat almost down the stairs. What?
What?
Yeah, just you know that telepathy thing you can do with the you ripped off, like, what was it, a fingernail or your eyeball?
I'm just gonna look straight into his eye, and I'm gonna activate it just to him and say in his mind, yes.
Did you give me something? I thought you needed something to do that.
I've grown stronger, I say in my head.
It's true.
Can you... How do I word this? Can you do that twice and have the people with both of them communicate together, or is that not possible?
I can get up to 8 people.
We can communicate with each other, though, not just all to you?
Yes.
By the way, you guys have not technically leveled up yet. You all have to go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay, isn't it night now?
Yes, it's still nighttime.
Kai,
Okay.
you
What?
said Leslie was just... He couldn't emphasize what he wants to, right?
Speaking wise, yeah, he's nonverbal.
Can I have 2 of those?
2 of what?
Not talking to you, I'm talking to Augustine.
Can I have 2 nonverbals, please?
Sorry.
Can I have 2 mutes?
I would like
Can
to
I have
not
2
be able
doms?
to talk twice.
Basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna look from Hadriel, look to Leslie, and basically add Leslie to the call because I have 2 per role.
Fuck, you can do that?
Fucking, you see Leslie's antennas stand straight up, and you just...
I'm just gonna look at Leslie, say welcome to the call, and I'm gonna walk downstairs.
Huh?
This lasts for 3 hours, by the way.
Oh, shit,
Okay.
that's awesome. Hi, Leslie.
Hello. I didn't realize he could do that.
Neither did I.
This is nice. This is very nice.
It looked like you had a hard time enunciating what you wanted to, and I figured this could be a good bridge to gap. Because I enjoyed spending time with you.
I'm just walking down and just hearing all this because it's all
Yeah, you're essentially
You're a third
you're an
wheel.
old timey like fucking dial tone operator just listening in on these people's conversation.
You guys have fun. I'm
Lord,
hanging with
DJ, that
Leslie.
sounded so condescending.
Okay. You start hanging out with Leslie.
Yeah, we're gonna learn some stuff about each other.
Oh,
And by
That
the way,
sound
the
bad.
range
I
of
did-
this-
That
sounds
sounded
Yes.
dirty.
That sounded weird.
it
Okay.
sounded weird.
The range of this connection is a
Friendship.
mile, I'm pretty sure. It's... Let me double check.
I believe it
exactly what
is
it
a
is.
mild.
But yeah, so it lasts for 3 hours. And also, I want to explain this to you, to like outside of game, like to DJ. This ability is part of my Soul Knife Rogue abilities. I now can create telepathic links between 2 creatures equal to my proficiency bonus. I can see, and I can do it 1 time free per long rest, and then I have 4 other chances to do. 4 other chances to do it, to add 2 more creatures, and they all link to the same telepathical call, quote unquote.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. I have other uses for my dice, but I've used it in the past for this mental link.
Motherfucker.
But yeah. Back to D&D.
Okay, so you're just gonna
Yeah,
talk with Leslie. Okay.
I'm gonna hang with Leslie.
Okay, you hang with Leslie, and he is quite articulate about things, describing many different gems. He tells you the properties of garnets because he knows
Ooh.
that your daughter is named Garnet, and
I'm gonna
tells
pull
you
out my garnet.
you pull out your garnet, and
I
you
have a garnet.
you see little sparkles appear in his eyes, and he makes this sound that catches you off guard, and you realize it's cooing / purring.
Would
Just-
you like the garnet?
I don't have a lot to trade for it. Well, I have some things I can trade for it. That is a very expensive looking garnet. How did you find one so big?
Where the fuck did I get this garnet? Was this the Feywilds?
It was just on the ground. Literally, I think Boon found it and gave it to Garnet. And
Boon found. Yeah, I found it and gave it to Hadriel, I think, because I'm like, look,
How
it's
big's this
garnet.
garnet?
Wasn't that back on the island?
Yeah, it fits perfectly in the palm of your hand.
Holy shit.
Yeah, if you threw it at somebody, it'd do like 1d4 bludgeoning.
Thank you, sickness.
It's a rock.
I found it on the ground.
Oh. Where? There's a Jolteon in chat!
Leslie, I know you like Pokemon, but we're talking about garnets right now.
I like animals.
Oh, wait till I introduce you to Pal World.
Oh
What's that?
my god.
That's okay. No. I was gonna say, I don't really know why it's so big. I mean, you can check it out if you want, though.
He takes it from you, and you see his second set of arms holding it and turning it around. One of them is scratching at it with another smaller crystal, and you see the crystal itself scratches. And you hear his thoughts. He's like, harder than quartz, so it fits on the scale for a garnet, so it's a true garnet. How did it get so smooth? And it's such a nice red color. And appraisal rate, probably 150 silver, so you could probably use this in a level 5 spell. Very nice.
How's your head feeling, Augustine?
You just hear this neurotic talking.
He's excited to talk to this fight. He's just basically, he's like a hair got stuck on one of the floorboards. He's like trying to tug at the heartbeat, trying to get into the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay.
He's dealing.
He hanging low.
Well,
He
He's
was
doing
gonna
pro.
cast,
still up to when he did this.
You throw him
He's
over your
gonna
shoulder
cast
like a
ice.
continental soldier. Ignore me. Continue on. Just reminded me of an old-timey song.
Okay.
Your balls hang low, do they wobble to and fro?
I no longer know where the conversation is going.
There's places, don't worry.
Hello, Lady Judgment. Thank you for your subscription.
Hey, lady!
We're gonna say thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Please enjoy Banyenya.
Oh no.
Banana.
Anyways,
You don't talk about
Leslie's-
Enya Prime.
we don't talk about Leslie glances over at you, and by glances over at you, I mean it's hard to tell if he's glancing over at you. He just kind of lifts his head and is genuinely staring in direction. And he says, "This is a very prime garnet. I think this might have been from somebody's hoard."
Like a dragon?
Yes, or a lich, or an entity that has great amounts of wealth. They don't usually grow this big, and you simply find them. You don't really find them just out in the wild this size. Though it is naturally made, which is interesting.
They're not gonna miss that, are they?
Wait, Tork?
What?
Why did you turn off the music?
Maybe read the chat?
What chat? Where chat?
General chat.
I have, like, only 2 screens. Oh, goodness. Well, that scared the fuck out of me. What was I doing? What did you ask me?
I
The fuck
asked.
do you want?
I asked. Was someone going to miss this?
Leslie ponders that for a moment. I would.
Would a dragon?
He looks down at it, and looks over at you, looks over towards where Blondie's cabin is. If it was a very young dragon, perhaps. But in the grand scheme of things, 150 silver doesn't really compare to more expensive gems like cat's eye gems or true diamonds. Or even sea pearls. Garnets are on the lower tier of valuables next to sapphires, emeralds, and they're just a step above regular minerals like quartz and opals.
Okay. Just trying to make sure I'm not going to get tracked down.
You can find these in nature, but they're usually located in mines, or you can find them in hordes. There are garnet dragons and ruby dragons, which are...
Raven, you really found this on the ground? Because I feel like that is just on the ground.
I mean, she found it on the ground.
All right, well, we'll deal with it.
Leslie looks at you. Can I really have this?
You said it's just 150 silver?
Yes.
I'll even Z's for saving my life.
I would have done that regardless. You didn't mean to activate the trap. You didn't take anything. I would know if you took something.
Yeah. I was just looking around. And I would have died.
Probably. It's a very big... The ocean is very big. And the depth that we are at, there are usually freshwater, giant sharks. They're known as megalodons.
Good.
And Titan
So
boa
glad to hear that.
snakes. They're rather large. The Titan boas sometimes give us trouble, but sometimes if you sing to them, they go away.
Alright. Good to know.
The most
Please don't be
dangerous things...
foreshadowing.
The most dangerous things you could have run into are other pirates or and you hear his thoughts stutter, like he doesn't quite want to say the next part.
Tell you what, Leslie, I truly appreciate your concern. I don't know if I want to hear how I could have died.
He looks at you. Oh, right. Mortal. You
A
don't...
little bit.
I understand that. I'm not allowed to astral project either, so I can understand.
Not allowed.
He thinks. If I slip into the astral plane again, there's a good chance that it'll rip my body apart.
Well, I would not want that.
No. Blondie says I'm not quite ready to go yet. And I'm not quite ready to go yet either. I would like to explore the other oceans outside of Clumas, but unfortunately there is the problem of the two ancient dragons keeping us all here thanks to the embargo.
So I've heard.
Yes, they're beautiful dragons. No, you're gonna head to bed. You can head to bed. All the other kobolds are heading to bed, and the new kobolds who were woken up early but are doing
what time
their
is it?
shift change. Let's see here. What's happening? Dawn is in like 6 hours.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
After I'm done dragging the girls, I'm gonna go to head to bed too.
Alright,
I'm-
you go
I'm
to
gonna say-
bed.
As I do that, I'm gonna say in my mind, I'm going to bed. It probably won't last. So wrap it up, and then I'm gonna lay down.
You hear Leslie say, "Okay, I'm very sorry. Thank
just gonna say-
you."
No, it's no problem. It's just basically swearing. It's alright.
It's educational.
Leslie's antenna twitches and he gestures to you as he settles back down with his orb and his garnet in his second hand. You should also go back to bed. I'll spend some time and pick something out for you from the garnet. I know that you are having some troubles, and I would love to help. You are very nice to me. Not a lot of people talk to me.
I would really appreciate that, Leslie. You're a good person. I'm gonna also pause for a second and then look back and go, Do you just hear and know everything that happens on the ship?
He nods. Anything that is within the radius of this orb, I can hear. I hear your souls, and I can see shapes.
Huh.
Obviously, is not the most excited to hear that he sees our souls.
Yeah, I was gonna say that means that Leslie can absolutely see what's going on with Boon and Shale.
Oh yeah, no.
The question is if Leslie gives a shit.
He probably
Les-
doesn't.
Leslie, sensing your horror, says, "I know about the man in the dagger. I know about the broken bird. I even know about the not living souls, the awoken, that are inside of your healer."
Wow. The what?
The awoken.
Did
Obviously
Hadriel
does
know
not-
that?
Augusteen is not going to bed. No, he's just staying and listening to this.
Leslie cocks his head at you. Did you not realize?
I genuinely don't remember if Hadriel knew that or not.
I don't know if Lizbit ever explained it.
Lizbit's not very forthcoming with the internal
I
machinations
never
of her
told anyone
being.
about that.
Do I know what the Awoken are?
Roll Arcana.
Arcana.
Augusteen's gonna do a cheeky little check too. He's just sitting down like a 4 below, like, what the heck is he talking about?
The fuck this man just say?
I got a 14.
I got a
14, 15.
So
You know, awoken refers to things that usually don't have sentience, gaining sentience and sense of being. So,
Kinda
like,
like
if a
me a little
house
bit.
cat suddenly starts talking to you and has, like, the intelligence of a toddler, that's an awoken.
Ah.
So, technically,
So like
Augustine is an
so
awoke.
Augustine.
Yes.
How rare
Nope.
is that?
Are you asking in character or?
I was asking if Hadriel knew that. I guess not, that since he's thinking about it.
They're uncommon, but not far-fetched. Woken usually don't have a very long lifespan unless they are taught and integrated early on.
Are
Most
they
awoken,
not normally in someone's head.
Leslie thinks for a moment. No, but he seems to stutter over how to explain it. Your friend is only half alive. Their soul is weird. Their soul is awoken too. But they still bleed.
Well, we're all a little weird.
Leslie nods fervently. Very. That's why Blondie likes you.
That's a fair point. Blondie's a little weird too, but she's cool, I think. Maybe. I can't tell if she wants to kill me when we talk.
Leslie thinks for a moment. I am not allowed to disclose all of her cards.
See, that makes it sound like she did want to kill me.
He gives you as close to an apologetic smile as his non-expressive eyes can give you.
Cool.
His dead-ass eyes can give you. So it's just kind of a very creepy half smile.
Okay.
He's trying.
Well, keep yourself warm with the blanket. And you have yourself a good night, Leslie.
You too, Hadriel. Thank you.
We'll wave him off and go to bed.
Alright, your ass heads to
hears-
bed.
As I hear him say goodbye, I'm gonna like basically make a sound that sounds like a disconnecting call and just end it.
Just a Discord.
Yeah.
Ba-da-dum. You do that. Boon, what are you doing? You just gonna hang out?
I guess so. I think I'm just going to. Is it cloudy?
Not really, but you know that Toreen's up in the crow's nest. There's Thomas walking around, and there's Finch up in the steering wheel. She looks very tense.
Okay. What's just I think I'm just going to be right there, just hang by the edge of the ship and just kind of look at the night, I guess, just observe it.
Okay. So that's how
Since
you
I can't
spend...
really sleep.
Alright. The other kobolds don't seem to mind your company. They do seem a little crestfallen.
What does that mean?
They're
Just
sad.
kind of down. Yeah.
They're sadder than normal.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the ring on too.
Alright, you put the ring on, and you look basically human. Thomas stops and looks at you. Oh! Huh. Where did you get that?
A friend gave it to me.
Oh, that was nice of them. Now you're far less intimidating. Thomas looks and is like, I'm gonna go. I'll go. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Did you mean to be condescending?
No, it wasn't supposed to be condescending. It was supposed to be kind of like a sheepish, oh, yeah, okay.
You get a point of inspiration. That was fucking fun.
Fuck.
It wasn't supposed to be condescending, though. It was just supposed to be thank you.
That was...
You look so much less intimidating.
That was fucking amazing. Alright. You fucking all do that. Holy shit.
Do I hear this from the crow's nest?
You can definitely see it. You can see Thomas is hurrying the fuck over in a way. It's like, oh damn.
I'm just gonna say, I didn't mean it in a bad way.
Oh, it's okay. I believe you. I'm just I got inspection. Yeah, it's he trips over.
I zoom down in ghost form to help him up.
No.
Yeah, I want to help them up too. Are you okay?
No, I'm good. And you see Blondie bust out and go, please shut the hell up.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm very fine. It's just you seem like you had a other things to attend to. And
I mean, not
I
really.
can
I'm not really. I'm dead, so I don't really sleep.
Well, that's very useful for
I'm making you uncomfortable, aren't I?
No. I mean, I'm genuinely uncomfortable with
Does
literally
anyone
everything.
remember Starfire from Teen Titans?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm imagining Boon like 1 inch away from this fucking kobold's face.
Just staring, not blinking, because she doesn't need to blink.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna say that she does blink just because
You're not blinking. You're not breathing either.
You're
You
not.
never have to
You're
breathe
just
out.
standing there, hair flowing around you, just standing over this fucking 3 foot tall thing goblin, and there's a dog breathing down his neck.
No.
A ghost dog.
The
I'm just
ghost
gonna
dog.
say-
There's 2 ghosts.
Oh gosh. I'm just gonna say. I'm sorry if I intimidate you. Put like a gentle hand on their shoulder and be like, "I'll leave you be. I mean you no harm. I am a friend."
I know that. I know that. Boon has explained that to me. A lot of people have explained. We all
Really?
You're just really awkward. And you know what? That's fine. I'm awkward.
Oh God, coming
Leslie's
from Thomas.
awkward. It's fine to be
Yeah.
awkward.
I'm not too good with words.
No,
I'll let you be though.
I'm just
Nope.
over here with the dog lolling tongue out of its mouth.
Toreen. I just flip them off and then quickly like go to the side of the ship.
that
In
was a
your
response.
dreams.
What? Oh,
Oh God, no! That's not what I meant.
how does that? I don't think that's physically well. And you just hear.
I just look at him
Thomas,
and I go, I'm not always
if you're
a dog.
done, go do something else, please. You're over here just mumbling, and I'm exhausted. Please, would you kindly fuck off? And Paulus goes, yeah. Is the ship fine? Yes, the ship's fucking fine. Just get going. Go to sleep. Okay? Blondie's gonna need to take over my shift for sure after she's done doing whatever the fuck she's doing. You know how she is. And Donna's like, yep, okay. And he very stiffly pats you on the head, Toreen, and it phases through, and he's like, good night. Hi.
I look at
This-
Finch and I go, okay, I'll be back up top and float back to the crow's nest.
She gives you a half-hearted salute, and then I assume everyone who's going to sleep goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what shifts is everybody working today?
Night
I know
shift.
Toreen's working the night shift.
Boon usually does morning or second morning, so probably second morning this time.
You can also do noon or second noon.
No.
Okay.
Augusteen spends his entire day in the kitchen.
Okay.
Damn.
Really, it's all he
Yes.
does.
I guess I'll also do
Besides
second
work.
morning.
He does some days. Sometimes he's outside of the kitchen working with Bob, but he goes between Bob and the kitchen all day.
Okay. Hadriel, what are you doing?
Like what job am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a spell slot for Featherfall. We'll clean the masks again.
Okay. You can also be Leslie's ward, especially since when you wake up, there is another job posting for guarding Leslie.
Oh,
There's a vacancy.
all right. I'll do that.
So you can definitely help with your healing word and whatever healing spells, which, oh, by the way, all of you get your level up now.
Also, Isla put in chat, if they choose to wake up at second morning, would it count as a long rest?
Yes, if you choose to wake up, because you only need like 8 hours to sleep.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a-
second. you'll
I
get
just
your.
didn't know when all this stuff happened in the night.
So essentially, dawn is in 6 hours. So dawn is when first morning starts, and then 5 hours after that is when second morning starts.
6 hours?
Okay.
Yeah. In 6 hours, dawn will arise. And then 5 hours from then, it'll be second morning. Does that make sense? Because there's second morning, first morning, second morning, first noon, second noon, first evening, second evening, and then night. Alright, so fucking Toreen, you gain a level of exhaustion, but you'll quickly lose that as soon as you go to sleep.
Yep.
And you don't get any exhaustion because you're fucking dead.
Hey.
Alright. In the middle of the night, though, Toreen, as dawn is cresting, you do see a figure flying towards the boat, flanked by several other smaller figures.
Do I recognize him?
You do. It's Rick. It's Rick and what looks to be a small fleet of about 4 or 5, what are you called? What are they called?
Wild Hunt.
No.
Eric Hawkers?
No. What are they called?
Birds.
Close.
Motherfuckers?
Eagles?
Asmars!
Drakes.
There we go.
They're where the hell is he gonna get Asimars?
I yell down to
I
Finch,
don't
we
know.
have company incoming.
Finch just waves. Okay, cool. Shush. Shush.
Okay.
She is exhausted.
Is that not? Is that not her fucking job?
It's not. It's still before dawn, correct?
Yeah, dawn is just now cresting, so within like the next 30 minutes, people will start shift changing.
Do I remember if these are kind people or not?
Rick?
Yeah.
Yes, Rick is the cleric of the ship.
All Toreen knows is fishing, fighting, and sleeping, and the cat
Well,
on the
not
ship.
chip and lie.
Roll history.
I mean, I assume Tori would know Rick good, but
Oh, come on. Dice, work with me. Out of the tower. Get out of the tower. God damn it. When I say that they all were just kind of like jumbled up and in there. Okay, there you go. 15. What do I have for history?
I think it's a -1.
I have 14 for you, good DM. It's one of the few
Yes, you
things
know
I
Rick.
can roll negative.
Yes, you know Rick. You know Rick, and you also know the drakes are commonly hidden around the ship. Rick is also the messenger, and he flies over and perches on the crow's nest and looks at you. Oh, good morning.
Good
You're not
morning.
usually up this early.
No, it was an eventful night. We lost one.
You see his normally relaxed smile just kind of fall. Oh no, was there an attack?
There was. Why
By
not
what?
here? Harpies.
Harpies. The sons of bitches. We only lost one, though.
Only one. Everyone else was spellbound. Me and my crew came up from below.
Oh, your crew.
Well, it's not exactly his crew now, is it?
Didn't you all agree it was Oon's crew?
Did we?
I don't know. You
What?
tried to force that bitch into
It
that
was
role.
like
I remember
between
that.
Oon and Boon.
And we never
I don't know,
decided.
I think it was between like Boon and Augusteen. I think.
We never
You know what,
decided.
yeah.
So
Boon is like, I don't- yeah, whatever. That's
Boon was like, what the fuck? Why would you put me in charge? I'm small and unintimidating.
yeah, whatever.
Except when I smile.
That Yeah. Except when you smile with your too many sharp teeth. Anyways,
She's
you
very
see,
upset that she can't smile without freaking people out.
just closed lips smile. Look like cat.
You have told me that it doesn't work.
Did
For
I give Boon
closed
the
lips?
amulet?
No,
No.
you still have it.
Got it. We'll do that when I wake up.
Anyways, Toreen, you see Rick reach into his wing and pluck out a feather, take it and hold it up to his forehead and murmur something before the feather lights up and flies away, turning into a speckling of sparks. Well, I have to report back to Blondie the news. Seems things are not looking much better on the mainlands. Whole of Plumas is going to shit, and at this rate, the inoculum is definitely going to have to answer the other continents. They're already looking to get rid of us.
Oh my.
He grimaces and nods. Apparently, there have been some rather disturbing sightings. And I gotta pull up your fucking map. All the time with Sage, I don't want to hold you, baby. I don't want to hold you. Go eat your snackies. I love you. Oh, there's no food for my cat. Hang on. I gotta put food down for her, otherwise she's never gonna leave me alone. Alright, you got food. Leave me alone. Listen, my kid's gotta eat. Rick looks off into the distance. Valara has had sightings of a flaming knight on a black horse with a small group, I should say, of flaming spirits, all cutting off the border to... Scroll down to make sure I get the name right. Thimble. And then there's more sightings near Ector, particularly near the small island of Eek, of some sort of sickness and wandering spirits. What's worse is that I think on Guromi, where you're all heading, there's been some disturbances near a hot spring in a ghost town.
Mother
Chill.
fucker.
You don't know this, it's just Toreen.
I look and I go, I imagine that's why we're headed down there.
He frowns. You've been hired to take care of it, or are you taking care of it out of your goodwill and the love of Plumas?
A combination of both.
He nods. We don't need any of this on top of it. Not only that, but the sickness continues to spread. It's mostly concentrated around Achieve. There's been talks that... And he sort of grimaces. It might be better just to eliminate that island and its occupants, but I have faith that the inoculum and our Lord Plumas will figure this out, as well as the other gods. In bad situations, I know us as the people and the universe will help us in these trying times, so long as we stay together and don't resort to hysteria. What about you? Do you believe in such things?
To a degree.
He gives you a half-hearted smile. Seems to be most people's... That seems to be most people's response. I can't blame them, considering we've had catastrophe after catastrophe. What with the calamity that happened 150 years ago, and then, of course, the nightmare hunt that happened no more than a decade or two ago. I can understand that. But I encourage you to keep your spirits high, dear wolf of the wild hunt.
You as well.
Perhaps you and... He nods and you see him take his wings and start fluttering down, followed by the drakes, which are lantern drakes, and they seem to be carrying small bundles of supplies. And then everybody else just starts waking the hell up. Whoever wants to wake up. Are all of you doing second morning shift?
I was.
If Augusteen wakes up, he's heading to the kitchen.
Okay, you start headed towards the kitchen, I suppose.
And Alice
Second morning.
I think most people think that Zanara just hired a maid.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of the kobolds have started to recognize Augusteen, and a couple of them give you little trinkets and gifts. One kobold gives you a silver and asks you to, like, put a little bit of extra spice into his food. Another one brings you a gift of, what looks to be a fine pair of black leather gloves that he says are too big for his hands. And then a girl asks you about your fashion sense and where you got your clothes.
I assume mainly from like people around me, friends. I'm more into feminine stuff. Like you see this dress that I have on right now. I'm more kind of on the lighter spectrum, you know. I don't know exactly the best word to explain it, but I just kind of pick things up from people I like, drop things I don't like.
Oh, well, Blondie has plenty of things to trade. She's got lots of fancy clothes.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You take care, Brownie.
You too. And I don't know her name.
Oh, my name
What
is...
do with her?
My name's Kumin.
Sorry.
You shut the... She looks at you and she pulls out a dagger.
Are you sure it's not pronounced human?
We're gonna say no. August
Like
is not gonna
the
laugh.
spice?
August is just gonna say, "Have a good day, Kumin."
You too, Brownie. Laugh at my name again and you will lose your fucking dick.
That was the most involuntary laugh I've ever heard.
My headphones fell off my head. I yanked back my head so hard.
What? Fuck all of you. Let's see here. Thomas is up. Augustine is doing things. The rest of you start waking up.
I'm assuming I'm already in bed at the start of the morning shift.
Oh yeah, no, you start headed towards morning shift. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
That is a 26.
Okay, 26. As you're heading downstairs, as everyone's getting their breakfast, you hear something teeny sounding, and the words that come out is, "And just like that, the new group has done fairly well in the punking pits, with only one of them going down. Tune in next week."
Do I hear where this is coming from?
You can see there are a couple of kobolds crowded around what looks to be some sort of weird archaic device.
I walk over to him and go, "Hey, what you watching?"
Watching? They all look at you, and you see this weird archaic device is a little box thing with a weird stick sticking out of it with symbols carved into it, and you can hear sound coming from one little circle within the box.
Well, I heard something that sounded like a game, but I wasn't expecting
Oh,
a
yeah.
box.
Oh no, it's a broadcasting device.
Oh,
They're not too hard to come by, but you gotta be really smart when you tap into certain stations. We like listening to the Pumpkin Pit broadcast.
what's it about?
Oh, it's a cage match sort of thing. In the honor of Punk, or so they say. Honestly, it's more of Gurman's game. They're just posing behind that god.
Hmm.
It's all really a gamble, so it would match with her aesthetic.
But so far, there have been a couple of groups. We've been keeping an eye on the one with the small. It's a small group of, from the description, a tiefling, a necromancer, some sort of knight with really fancy armor, a weird tiny black kobold with feathers, and then
Would they know who Ellie is as a smuggler? Would they know who Ellie is?
I mean, I haven't finished describing things.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Where the fuck was I? A Twinkie bard sort of character. And then an old woman who, she sounds suspiciously like, the legendary cookie poisoner. I think so. Though, everyone knows that woman's dead.
How many times can you get away
What
with
happened to
poisoning
her?
cookies?
Quite a lot, actually. Quite a lot. People never suspect the little old lady. I think the poisoning cookies came from her older age. She was more of the big shot in her younger years. Because she, killed somebody. Or, well, technically she didn't kill somebody in the big top. It was an accident. Anyways, yeah.
One of the kobolds shrugs.
Not too sure. She's had, at least 3 or 4, quote-unquote, deaths. Honestly, she's probably some sort of immortal god, or she's working towards it.
Well, you guys enjoy. I gotta get to bed. I've been up all night.
We heard. I hope you take it easy, and hey, don't take it too hard. It happens a lot.
I'm starting to get used to it.
They all glance at each other and give you a bitter smile.
You kinda get used to it in this line of work, that's for damn sure. But beats being a slave. Or somebody's pet. Or serving some other nasty-ass dragon.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, you take care.
They squint at you.
Is her name Tartar Sauce? I think it was Tartar Sauce. Take care, Tartar Sauce!
It's
Augusteen's just
Toreen.
gonna start
But good night.
to himself.
Oh,
That sounds like a
Toreen.
fucking insult. Calling somebody tartar sauce?
I mean, she looked a little grumpy.
Kai, you get inspiration.
Yes! I think I'm capped out, but yes!
You're capped out. Go to someone else.
Cool. Hey, fucking Screech, you can have it, because I know you've been getting your ass kicked.
Okay.
I continue
think-
on down to bed.
Alright, you bound to bed as the others start to wake up. Boon, you wake up as Augustene's starting to prepare stuff for lunch. Everyone's had their food and they're starting to do maintenance on the cannons. They all seem a little fucking tense as they work vigorously to make sure everything's up to par. Lizbit, Oon, you're still upstairs. Get out of Thomas. Hadriel, you're probably up getting...
Please do not the Thomas.
Please do not the Thomas.
By the way, for Boon's job today, she's going to be mending the damages to the ship that occurred from last night, if there are any.
I just woke up.
Yeah,
Walk
you're all...
over to Boon and just say, "Oh yeah, here you go." Just give her the amulet and probably walk into a wall before I go upstairs or go to
Hadriel!
go to get breakfast.
Can I just like grab his shirts? Well, he's not wearing a shirt sleeve. Are you wearing a shirt?
I mean,
he
I
should
have
be wearing
the-
his jacket.
I have the jacket cape thing.
I'm gonna grab your jacket. Hadriel, please. What is this?
Ooh, I forgot something. Boon,
Yes?
this is a very important question. Where the fuck is it? Where are my questions?
It's so important. It's written down.
Path of Nature, Path of Arcana, Path of Soul, or Path of Stars?
Okay, well, Wolfie says Path of Stars, because Wolfie likes stars. But Boon makes sense for Path of Nature. if this has to do with the cleric, then I'm gonna be putting a fucking druid in
It does
a druid.
not have to do with cleric.
No, okay, nature then.
Path of nature? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I need you to roll perception.
From what I remember, I haven't. Never mind. Hang on. Give me a second. Just 1 second. All right, that's a 1.
A nat 1?
Yeah, and I don't have any fucking inspiration, so I can't re-roll.
Okay.
Can I give her an
Then
inspiration?
you Sure, she's right next. No, because she's a character.
Oh, damn.
You can only give it to NPCs. Then your path changes to the opposite of that.
What?
So, yep. Path of fucking was the opposite of Path of Arcana. Interesting.
Wait, hold
okay.
on. Hold on. What roll was that?
That was perception.
A perception check?
Yes.
I think I might be able to help with that.
You cannot retroactively give her bardic inspiration.
Well, I think it's a reaction, if I read that right somewhere.
I mean, I have a +5 in perception. It's just a nat 1, so
Yeah.
technically it's a 6 if you count it.
What am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Kevu. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
back.
about to say, welcome back. Alright, continue onwards.
Oh well.
Anyways, you grab a fucking, I almost said Kavoon, fucking Hadriel's jacket, and you say,
Hadriel, what is this?
This is the thing.
I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific, friend.
You put it on your neck. It's a necklace.
Are you sure you don't want to sleep a little bit more?
I don't want brekkie.
Okay, why don't you tell me what it is after you've eaten?
Grill me a cheese.
We don't have any more cheese. It's fish stew till this morning.
Do you
Good
just,
source of
Adriel's
iron.
gonna cry.
do you want a
Just
good
start
berry?
crying?
No.
Do you want a good? Hey,
So
hey,
that
do
was
you
a
want
reference to
gooseberry?
Archer. There's a scene where he was like, I forget if he was drunk or something. He's like, grilled cheese. And his mom's like, what? He's like, grill me a cheese. And she's like, I'm not going to do that. And he just goes on the floor fetal position like,
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh fuck.
By the way, DJ, this tea is really tasty.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
I would like to get some. I'm going to.
Please do. I would love to turn you into a tea mule.
I already have. I drank like 3 cups of tea at work today.
Not for you, for
Right.
me. So you
Okay.
can buy me the tea and then ship it to me for not exorbitant prices, because I know those motherfuckers are charging more than in store.
Yeah.
Anyway, semantics. What are you both doing? Elizabeth,
I'm
what are
gonna
you
go
doing?
ahead and I'm gonna get Hadriel some food and myself some food. And I'm also really happy because apparently I like fish.
I'm gonna see y'all walking
So-
over and just hand you 2 bowls of fish soup.
It's fish soup.
Boon immediately just kind of starts picking at her food and munching on the fish, like without using any utensils. She's just like, this is good.
Shale
gonna
leans
point-
down and picks up one of the fish heads and swallows it whole.
I'm
Oh,
gonna just,
God.
like,
Shell, buddy, you gotta stop doing that. You're gonna
I'm gonna
choke
start-
again.
I'm just gonna like push them towards the table, like not mess up. I'm just gonna like start
Okay.
pointing out and pushing them to the table. Go sit down.
Shale swallows the head very easily. He's like, huh?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Hadriel, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Oh, good.
I think I've picked up on a lot of Samara's like euphemisms by now. Just take it with her all day.
Get going,
Hey,
get going.
Kai,
Yes.
What's up?
if he's that tired, wouldn't he be rolling with disadvantage?
Yeah, roll with disadvantage.
Fucking, where did I put my dice?
I don't know.
But yeah, by the way, I still haven't asked this. What the fuck is the purple grass ring do?
You don't know.
Fuck.
You can roll fucking Arcana.
Hey, Zanara,
Oh,
Yes?
before I forget, and I'm gonna go ahead and show her the purple grass ring. Do you know what this is? I got it when we were in the Feywilds.
Huh? What is it? What are you doing, Augustine?
gonna walk back to where I was. I don't want to get in between them.
Sorry, did
Okay.
you say perception?
Once I heard
Yes.
Feywild, it just got away. I'm still listening, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yes, on perception as Zenara looks. It's sort of an engagement.
13.
In a sense. Why?
What?
It's a normal thing for the Feywild.
So I have to get married to some grass?
You don't have to get married to it, but it is more of a promise. If you were to, say, end up in the streets or something, the Feywild would just casually take you inside.
Oh, okay.
That or that is a reminder that there's a copy of you still existing in the Feywild. But that's not here or there. You wouldn't know unless you went back. And even then, it's very hard to find your doppelganger.
Okay, and I go ahead and put on the ring.
Okay, you put on the ring.
Yeah.
You have
All right,
ring.
and then I go back. I go back
13?
and
Shale's
food.
looking fat. And kind of different.
Yeah?
Yeah, you notice he's twice the size he was and has a much more slender build. And his markings have changed. He's still got the big bleeding heart, but now it seems like his feathers have false eyes on them.
Ooh.
And he looks more regal.
Hey, Boon.
Yes.
Is Shale a baby?
I mean,
Who the fuck are you
Shale's-
calling a baby? I'll fucking kill you.
Like a baby bird?
I don't know, Shale. Are you?
I'm a grown ass man.
I mean, I knew that, but you're a bird right now.
Yeah?
Okay,
Yes?
well, my point is he looks bigger.
I do.
Do you feel bigger?
Listen, if you're calling me fat, just say I'm fat.
Feel bonita?
Are you bonita?
I'm very bonita. What's the point? I've been grooming my feathers a lot more.
Is
See?
there a mirror nearby? Does anybody have a mirror? Is there?
mirror?
I'm saying this out loud. Does anybody have a mirror I can borrow?
I have one. Your bird has gotten a lot bigger. In fact, I think he evolved.
What?
I said what?
Zenara reaches into her beard and pulls out this very ornate mirror, like hand mirror, and holds it up. And yes, Shale is now the size of a seagull.
Boon
How
just
the fuck
over
does
here.
Boon
Might as well
not
be called
notice
Ash
this?
Ketchum.
I tried to ask you. I was gonna be like, your shoulder is starting to hurt. Shale
Boon
has grown.
Is Shale still on Boone's shoulder?
Oh yeah, no, he's too big for his cage now. He's just reaching down and slowly eating your breakfast.
Zenara, could we have a little bit more food for Shale?
I think you're going to need it, so sure. Brownie,
Thank
do we
you.
have more fish stew? We should have plenty of it from the Harpies.
Yeah,
Raw
I'm
fish
gonna
is
go
good
grab
too.
I'm gonna grab and get more fish too.
Alright, you grab more of
Boone
the
looks a little bit
quote-unquote
disappointed
fish
that there's
stew.
no raw fish.
If you want raw fish, you are more than welcome to go fishing.
And August is just gonna hold it open, hold the bowl in his hands.
Boone takes the bowl, sets it on the table, and then sets Shale on the table and lets him eat what was originally her food, and she eats the new bowl because Shale's probably consumed most of the bowl already.
Oh yeah, no, he's going to town on it. He's swallowing things whole, bones and all.
Buddy, slow your roll. You're gonna choke again.
Hmm? Well, I'm hungry.
I'm aware
Let's-
you're hungry, and I pet him on the head, but you gotta slow down.
Alright, fine, I'll fucking slow down, but I'm hungry. We got shit to do.
I'm gonna
Alright,
point
we
at
gotta-
him and say, sit your ass down. And I'm gonna go back to working.
Jeez.
Cause he's just standing there.
Boone gives Augusteen a look that's saying the audacity, that kind of bombastic side eye.
I'm gonna wave Boone down and be like, it's okay, it's just kitchen talk.
This... Augustine
Boone
didn't
turns
even
to
notice
look to
Boone.
Hadriel.
Augustine didn't even see Boone. He's over there.
Ay,
working.
Jesus!
Criminal offensive side.
That was
Mother-
long.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Augustine didn't even notice Boone. He's working in the kitchen.
But I'm
You
gonna.
aren't.
He's gonna look at Lizbit and say, "Get out of the way."
Denali, you've become a very bad influence on him.
He has become assertive, which you need because you keep making the stupid decisions.
Please fix it.
How do I
being
fix what
mean.
is not broken? He is repaired.
He's being mean.
Believe me, you're going to need somebody who can show you authority and leadership. If you don't have any and you run off like wild hog, you become murderous hobo.
I'd vote for Augusteen to be the leader of the group.
He simply needs more.
She looks over.
Meat on his bones?
No, I was going to say foundation.
Like
Mainly
makeup?
to cover up. Yes, to cover up the goat. If he doesn't have the
Oh,
goat,
yeah.
he'll be a lot less visceral to look at. He has a pretty face in his own right, but he does have the soulless eyes of the devil.
Shit.
Maybe we should make Augustine a glamour charm.
I'm just gonna be like, I kind of like my eyes.
Your eyes are pretty, but you also look like the demon who people wake up to in this dead of sleep. And cannot move. What do they call them? Ah, yes, the sleep paralysis demon.
A demon in a maid outfit?
People
Some people
are
are-
afraid of very specific things.
I would be like, well, I was cursed.
Was or is?
I am cursed.
Very good. Which is something you'll have to work on getting rid of. But you do have the qualms to be a very great leader and a very good cook if you work at it. You're there, pink boy. Are you hungry or no?
Talking to you, Lizbit.
Pinky with the soulless green eyes. It is
let me
weird
know.
how many of you have soulless green eyes.
My cat didn't destroy my feet.
There are
Okay,
3 of
you
you with soulless
Yeah,
eyes,
name-
and it's disturbing.
I don't know
Which
what's
three?
going on.
Are you hungry or no?
Which 3?
Well, there's Brownie, there is Pinky, and then there is the one who took the ship.
Oh, okay.
You know, on the account of that she is pretty much dead. And also the Birdman that you carry around and the hag.
Can you have soulless eyes if you're literally a soul?
I mean, if the soul doesn't have a lot of character to it, then yes.
She just
Look at
call.
Oh my God.
Did she just call them one-dimensional?
I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna hold a bowl open and say, "Eat."
Okay.
Okay,
I'm just gonna go back to my food.
Shale has already finished his soup and is currently scarfing down the
I'm just gonna
broth.
weirdly stare at Lizbit as they walk by.
What?
Hadriel. Hadriel.
Yeah.
Hadriel.
Yes.
What's the necklace?
The whole reason we went to the Feywilds.
Oh,
Do you remember
Right.
that whole thing? That
Yeah,
very dramatic moment.
yeah, apparently I got engaged.
Mazel tov?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that even
I'm gonna
a
go ahead and
saying
put on the
in that
necklace.
world?
Does she need a feather? I'm gonna say this out loud.
Sorry, I sneezed.
No, she does not need a feather. The Feywild doesn't exist on the same plane. It's mainly an engagement. They know she's a druid. They do it to people they like in druids.
Yeah.
The grass
Okay,
was very
let's go back
nice.
to working.
I like stories.
Do you need a
very
bachelorette
sweet.
party?
No, I think I'm okay.
Alright.
We still have business to do. Anyways, Boon is gonna put on the necklace.
Alright, you put on the necklace and all of your blemishes disappear. The mark
just
I'm
all
very
of them?
happy about this.
I don't know
Ye-
what the joke is.
the video! Did you
What about
upload
it?
the video or no?
No, I haven't uploaded it because it's fucking like 6 hours in total. It's gonna take me. I have to actually like do it when I go to bed. But it's all done. It's rendered.
By the way, if people haven't noticed, yes, this is like the one time a week, every 2 weeks that we get together to do things, and that's when we have to confirm things. What the hell was I saying? Yeah, all of your blemishes disappear. So the marking is hidden, along with the scarrings on your legs and your knuckles, and even the scar that was on your cheek.
What about my tail?
Your tail is not a scar.
No,
It doesn't.
It's not a
is the
blemish.
necklace? No, I mean, it's the necklace just to get rid of the blemishes.
Yes.
Okay.
Zanara looks over at you guys and things and says, I wanted to do a little extra because I know how empowering it can be to have a clean visage.
Thank you.
Of course. The ghost fucker knows what he's doing sometimes.
I have literally not fucked a ghost.
Sure.
Not even the one that's currently, or not even the one that isn't currently here.
Oh, so that's what I felt.
Oh, please.
Augustine is gonna go back to work and just chuckling to himself.
Oh, adventurers, horny bastards.
I am married multiple times.
Your point being?
Speaking
Marriage.
of horns,
Multiple times.
Boon, I have to. My horns are getting a bit long, and I don't know how to take care of it.
Zanara comes back over with a rag in her hand. You'll have to talk to Blondie about that.
Horns.
She could help you with it.
Okay.
Don't worry, Wolfie. I'm
Maybe a
drinking Dr.
haircut.
Pepper.
God, the one
You
time
are
the
going to
bard
need
isn't
somebody to go
lying.
with you, though.
Any better. In fact, that's
So if you want
to.
to...
Tork is drinking Dr. Pepper.
It is not Monster, so I'm okay with it for now.
Oh god. You need to hydrate, my friend.
I know
You're gonna
they need to fucking hydrate, but you realize how fucking
liver.
hard I fight tooth and nail to get them to just drink anything besides an energy drink? I'm about to have Mason start tag teaming your ass.
Mason's the one that
But
brought
then
me
again,
a 12-pack
Mason's also
Monster.
bad about it. Oh, I need to get into contact with your new mom.
We can pester them in October.
Oh, bitch, I'm coming over there with so much tea. And you will be drinking the tea one way or the other if I have to insert it rectally.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's go back to D&D.
Good idea.
Just
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Am I done with the fish stew?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Then I guess it's work time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and collect their dishes and start just working away.
Zanara smiles. Look at this one. So helpful. Much helpful than the last ones. I might just have to keep him.
You know I can't do that, Zanara. As much as I'd like to, you know I got work to do.
But you'd be paid so much more and be so much more useful. We don't have a rogue. Or a maid.
But I can get rid of my curse if I do this.
Ooh, she nods. Probably for the best. Your curse probably has more to do with inland. Kai is not exactly fond of the seas.
Would you just turn back into a cat?
I have no clue. And then I just start walking to the kitchen.
A level 20 rogue cat god. Like, can you imagine?
That'd be great.
Alright, so you all...
And I'm assuming I took everyone's, like, I checked all the tables for empty dishes, so even, like, Lizbit and the kobolds on the table.
Oh yeah, no, the kobolds are pretty good about bringing back their dishes and stuff. They've been doing it, and Zanara has her mage hands going to wash them. Efficiency.
Just hear loud snoring coming from Toreen down below.
Alright, so everyone's doing their job, and throughout the day you hear the news from Rick, who's just sitting on the crow's nest and calling down the news, reading it from a piece of paper. Essentially what I told fucking Toreen.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah. roll history for me as Rick says, near what the fuck is his name? Thimble, there has been spottings of a horseman of blue flames riding with a posse of blue flamed...
I got a 20.
A nat 20? You feel memories slam into your head of Thimble. That's your home. That's where the docks are. The Great Grave City, the Titan dead of Falara.
Just saying words.
I'm sorry, yeah, nat 20.
Yeah, so Rick is essentially saying there is something close to your home, and from his news, it sounds like they're cutting off trade and hurting quite a few people.
Who is saying that?
Rick, the Aarakocra cleric.
I'm gonna go up to the Aarakocra.
Good birdman who do magic.
Yes, good. Alright, so you fly up, as Rick is now explaining about, Exeter, Eek off the coast of Exeter has an issue near a ghost town with a growing pestilence, and you essentially just stop him mid-sentence because he's startled by your presence. He says...
He's reading the news to everyone.
Yeah, he's reading the news to everybody, and you float up to him. Yes, my child?
Sorry, but what was that you were just saying about... Shit, how do you pronounce it?
Thimble.
What?
Thimble.
Dimple.
Thimble?
Thimble, like the thing you put on your fingy.
F-I-M-B-L-E.
Thimble,
Oh.
okay. Yeah.
Thimble.
What were you just saying about Thimble?
He... What the fuck are you doing in chat? What are all of you doing in chat? Why are you all being the sillies?
Do you really have to ask?
Fair. He blinks at you and clears his throat. Near Thimble, off the mainland border, there's a flaming horseman in black armor with blue
I
flames.
was not ready for that one, DJ.
Cutting off trade.
Cutting off trade. What do you mean?
They've cut off the trade routes and attack any travelers who go near there. There have been at least 10 killings so far.
Are the Valentinos behind this? Or is it unrelated?
It appears unrelated, but the Valentinos are... he looks you up and down. Outwardly...
I do not affiliate with them.
Right. But you know of their stature. They're a very
Somewhat.
well-respected contributor to the city. Outwardly.
What?
Guys, stop fucking posting things in chat!
Sorry.
He gives you a look. The Valentinos contribute quite a large sum of money to infrastructure. On the outside, at least. It
Of course
helps.
they fucking do.
They are business people to and fro, and their methods are effective, if not brutal. People don't usually leave Thimble without a little bit of debt.
Wow.
And they have the entirety of every politician and governing body within that city in their grasp. They have ties to everything. He
Okay.
looks at you. Are you ill?
Ill?
You should remember all this. You helped helm that.
I don't remember a lot.
Then you're ill.
I guess so, yes.
He frowns. You're a lost spirit, but fear not. There are people looking out for you, and there are entities that are more than willing to help you without cost or fallacy.
I don't With all due respect, I don't think that's true. I am damned, and rightfully so.
Achoo!
Wait, what?
Whenever somebody Toreen's sneezing because you're technically dissing her.
Oh.
Oh!
I was
her
laughing
fault
at a
for not being
cleric
a good bitch. No, I'm kidding.
offering salvation, and her just going, nah.
I mean, listen, that's what I do with Mormons, so I can't blame her. Rick doesn't seem too perturbed and simply nods. There's plenty to live for in this world, and there are plenty of people to offer you guidance. Finding the places to go is the hardest part of it.
I nod and say I appreciate this, and smile, and say I'll leave you to do what you need to do. Thank you for the information.
Of course. What was I doing?
Reading the news?
Oh yes, I might as well start from the beginning. And he goes back into the spiel from the beginning about Thimble being under attack by a horseman with blue flames. He mentions how the island off the coast of Ector, Eek, has been under attack, or rather, the town nearby, a grave, has suddenly fallen ill to a pestilence, and the people have been trying to evacuate as the dead rise. How on Garomi there is a concerning amount of disappearances and figures going missing as children are being taken from their homes. And finally, I gotta pull up the map because I missed one. Where are you? There you are. There you are. You off the coast of Trallum. There have been people who have reportedly started going insane, not from forgetting, but merely insane. There have been 2 instances of individuals who have appeared in town after being missing for a few days and then suddenly going on a killing spree, maniacally laughing and waxing poetry. And then Rick goes on to explain how the sickness has been concentrated in the oh god, fucking cane maps. Concentrated on the Achieve Island areas, but has started to appear more frequently in Falara, Ector, and with the most recent epidemic happening in a town in Hollow. The mini islands are fearful. And that's what he reports. So.
Damn.
Yep. Toreen, you go and have your breakfast. You're slurping down fish stew with some bread.
I'm just like making sure that she's actually at a table and just doing this right my way.
Zanara looks a
honestly
little
sounds
perturbed
so
that there's a
delicious.
dog at the table.
I look at her. Do I see that she's perturbed?
I just want her like next to the table. I want her out of my way, basically.
Do I see that she's perturbed?
Just a little bit. Do you want a better seat?
Sorry?
That does not look like a very comfortable way to sit at the table.
Well, I'm used to being human. I just don't have the body back yet.
You hear an entity in your head go, yeah, that'll change soon. Don't worry. Meanwhile, Zanara just kind of nods. Why don't you go back to your body then?
Don't know where it's at.
You shouldn't need to know where it's at. Simply killing you would send you back, or you could just wheel yourself back into the body. Of course, there's always the chance that you were accidentally buried. I know that happens a lot with your kind.
There's also the small problem where that would just take me away from here, and I wouldn't be able to find my way back here.
She thinks. Well, you know we're heading towards Goromi, and you can fly. The moment it hits nightfall, you could probably find where we are, but there is always the chance that you are directionally challenged.
That'd be an understatement.
I
Hello.
bet on that. And then go back to work.
Oh, how bad?
Let's put it this way. I've gotten lost on a ship already 5 times.
Oh. Have you fell into the Feywild yet?
I have been to the Feywild.
Ah, then you're screwed. A dog with no sense of direction. Oh, the world really is going mad.
That,
At least the end of the world will be interesting.
it's why I got 5 friends with me.
Oh, and if they are the cause of the end of the world, that would also be interesting.
6 if you include Shale.
Him, I'm not too sure what he can do, but he's certainly evolving faster than anticipated.
Yes.
Mhm. Well, hopefully it doesn't become too much of a problem. There is always the chance that you have a daemon in your presence.
We do have
What is a daemon?
We do have a tiefling.
A tiefling is a little bit different from a daemon. Tiefling are of the infernal bloodline, sure, but daemons are actually residents of the Shrieks.
Oh, we met one of them. They tried dragging Un with them.
Oh, that is normal. They like to take sinners down with them. How else will you be cleansed?
Are they cleansed, or are they just internally damned?
Where is this conversation happening?
It's happening downstairs.
Okay.
It depends
Where am
on... I assume you're still topside.
Oh. Okay.
I'll put your little token down. What the fuck was I saying? Ma's probably up here working too. Now that there's less people.
Stuff about what happens when you go down to the Shrieks.
Oh, right. Where the fuck is Un? There you are. I'll just reread my tokens. Nope, don't do that. Well, I guess we could do that. And just pretend the other tokens aren't there. This is why I put everything...
boat.
I could triple the boat too. I have the bottom layer down here, so if I just turn this on and move you over. Adobe does not like this.
No,
Toby
it
does not.
Okay, time to put
It's like
the
a
boat back.
transformer.
There we go. Put the boat back. Well, certain souls are permanent residents. Others can work their way, quote unquote, or be cleansed and put back into recycling to be reborn. Some people have the opportunity to make advancements and become permanent residents to continue the cleansing process. The Shrieks are just another form of life, except Un. The only way you truly die is when your soul is truly ready to return to the stream of consciousness, and by that I mean it's a complete slate cleanse. And by complete slate cleanse, it means you are no longer reincarnated. Your consciousness and all of your experiences will die, but that usually only happens when every trace of you is wiped from the world. Which happens to us all eventually.
Do I know Un's number?
What do you mean, number?
Like, number that she has left to repent, quote unquote, for?
Yeah, it's like 795.
Yeah.
She killed...
I thought
No,
it was only
excuse me.
500
It's
and
five.
something.
It's 495. 495.
It is?
Okay.
Oh my god.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. You should have been a better shepherd.
That's
Hey,
no.
hey,
no.
the shepherd
I'm
comes along
kidding.
after you died. You're repenting for what happened while you lived. Shepherd wasn't there yet. Don't put
You don't have one of
your
those.
life on me. Shit.
You don't know what I got.
It's you were born she/her. You were born.
Yeah.
You were born with that equipment. It doesn't work anymore, but you were born with it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about real life.
The-
I just imagine she just has a strap on in her bag.
What?
What?
Wait, none of that. None of that.
I'm kidding.
That's getting too close. We're walking away from that area now. Back
You
to me,
listen.
Toreen.
Aaron's still thinking back to his
No,
days
I
as
missed
Barry.
the pumpkin blue. I wanted
I
that.
missed it.
Anyways,
How am
moving
I the
on.
fucking bard?
You are a demisexual. You shut up. To be fair, Boon is also like demi-ace, demi-arrow. The demi. No, wait, you're arrow
I only like
flux.
bows. Get it? Arrow,
I'm a
bow,
demi.
and arrow.
I will take inspiration from me.
Oh no!
Anyways, Zanara explains all that to y'all and just nods.
But that's the
It's a very
case. I
confusing
don't
thing.
think we have one with us because otherwise, none would already be dragged down.
Have one what?
The daemon.
She thinks for a moment.
Could be playing the long con if Shale is one daemon. That or he is a changeling. Or some sort of fey entity. The possibilities are endless.
Or
Or the
Pokemon.
son of V.
Mm.
No, not V. The son of the voice of V. Whisper,
voice of
whatever
E.
the fuck. Voice of E.
Or
Voice of
eagle.
D's nuts.
Like, Shell's a weird dude.
It's
I
in
don't
the
know.
game.
I've heard like maybe like in passing of Boon talking about Shell, but I don't really know his whole story.
Well, if he's really the son of the voice of E, I am surprised he has not become a bigger target. Considering she's missing, which is never a good thing.
I think my
There's-
kid's dead, honestly.
Well, he's the fragment of a soul. The other soul is within her. That much I know for certain.
Yeah.
If anything were to happen to her, though, they would both go. If I had to assume, whoever made Shale made him as a failsafe.
Well then.
Makes sense. Is there a way I could make like a concealed sheath for my dagger?
She looks at you.
The sheath it's already in?
No, like, is my like? Can people tell by looking at my dagger that it's just like a soul jar? Like, is it just like out itself? Like, how is my sheath? Like, what is it?
It's in a leather sheath.
Okay.
People can see it when they use certain spells or have keen and sensitive abilities, such as myself. I can sense that that is a soul jar, but because I can sense the spirit and the dark magic that is used to make it.
Yeah.
Leslie probably knows about it too. I would not be surprised.
So does Blondie.
Blondie is her own classification of interesting.
Aren't we all?
Oh, I bet. I guess you're just having racing minds of what possibly, of like what. He's very confused about Blondie, but then again, he's like also, whatever.
Whatever. What are the rest of you doing?
Mending.
I'm gonna go out
I'm chilling
looking
next to
for someone
Leslie.
to spar with.
Sparring. There is not a lot of people around. A lot of the kobolds are just busy, like, repairing, looking over their weapons, counting stock. Even Ma is really busy fishing.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen a trace of Garnet or Joseph.
Huh. Like, not even in the sleeping quarters?
No. But then again, this is for Toreen. I say you keep a pretty good eye on your daughter. You haven't seen her on the boat at all.
Probably in the lower deck.
Alright. Well, then I'm gonna just out of habit go and help with the fishing, even though it's not my job for the day.
Okay, you will add you will gain back. You get 2 silver. Because you're overusing yourself. You walk up to the top deck as these guys' shift is starting to end. Boon, you didn't have a whole lot to do. And there wasn't a whole lot to be mended. It seems Thomas went and did a lot of that job.
In that case, I'm gonna go talk to Blondie about my horns.
Okay, you can go talk to Blondie. Hadriel, your shift was pretty uneventful. The kobolds were very, cautious today. You've seen this kobold here has just been standing here very silently. You notice that he's wearing, a black handkerchief. Raise his hand. What do you want?
Can I forgot about Blondie. Can I actually go talk to her about the strange javelin I have?
Sure, you can go talk to Blondie about that. You see Boon entering in Blondie's quarters.
Well,
Oh, hey, Toreen.
I do really quick just want to look over at Leslie and go, so do you get attacked often?
He nods.
You specifically?
He nods fervently.
Huh.
Not. Not.
where's Augusteen when you need him?
He knows where Augusteen is.
And Leslie pulls out his board and writes down on it and says, rare, not normal.
All right.
Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, it was just out of curiosity, having 2 guards. I guess Leslie is important.
Alrighty then, we will switch over to fucking... Oh god, this ship is so expansive! Alright, I gotta fucking turn off this layer.
It's a ship within a ship. The ship.
I'm trying to turn it all off. Nope, that was the entire ship. Hang on, we'll get this eventually. Turn off the top side. Turn off the mid. Turn off Finch. You can stay in here. You don't get to be here. You can also fuck off. You are not in here. You're not in here. You're also not in here. Alright, now we gotta turn everything else back on, so... I should really just alphabetize all this for my own sake. There. And... you. And you. You are gonna go right here. You're gonna go over here. And where are you, shitheads? There you are. Alright. Boon and Toreen. You enter into this very well-decorated and well-maintained space. You don't immediately see Blondie, but you hear people moving around. You see Joseph is laying in a spare bed, very tightly tucked in.
Joseph?
Joseph.
No, this is Boon saying Joseph.
He doesn't respond. You can see that he's sleeping.
I shrug and I guess just kind of go on past.
Alright, you go on past. You wait by the desk.
Blondie.
I'll be there in a moment. Give me 1 second.
Okay. And I just wait patiently. How you doing, Toreen?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Out of sorts, but it is to be expected.
Do I still have the very large bird on my shoulder?
Unless you left him somewhere else. Yes.
Okay, then there's a very large bird still on my shoulder.
Hi,
There
Shale.
is. Shayla's... Sup?
You apparently. You're getting big.
Why does everyone keep calling me fat?
I'm not calling you
I'm
fat.
not calling
You're just
you
getting
fat.
large.
You saw what you looked like. You're bigger and you look different.
I've always looked like that.
No, you haven't.
Your
You
feathers
were
look
much
more like
smaller.
a peacock's feathers now.
He looks at himself and looks at his
He
feathers.
shows you a mirror.
A mirror just shows what I look like. Have I not always looked like this?
No,
No.
You used to be like a fourth the size.
You were very small. Now you're the size of a seagull.
Was I not the size of... What size was I before?
Like a sparrow.
I hold up the cage.
Shit,
Tail,
I got
you-
small.
No, you just got larger.
Ah, fuck. Man, I am getting fat.
You're not fat, you're just bigger.
Is that not the same thing? Hey, Blondie, what's up? And Blondie is just... She looks tired and her eye twitches.
Should we come back later?
Is the problem going to go away later?
Yeah, I just need help with my horns. I can deal with it later.
I just need to know what this javelin is.
We'll come back later. And I kind of
No.
just...
We might as well get this over with now. Garnet is asleep. Joseph's
Garnet?
asleep. Oh yes. I decided to take her back to my quarters. She's... not good.
Oh. Anything we can do to help?
She thinks for a moment. The sort of damage that's done to her can't be fixed physically.
Ah, I understand.
She gives you a half smile and says, "So, you want to trim your horns?"
Yeah, I feel like it's probably something that's necessary with horns this long.
They are pretty impressive, but how short are you thinking?
Just enough that I won't stab myself in the back if I get thrown against a wall.
She comes around the table and, may I?
Boon nods.
She grabs your head and starts applying pressure to the base. Do you feel this? And you do.
Do I? Okay.
It hurts a little bit.
It hurts just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So she starts moving her hands up to the base of your horns, and very quickly the pressure goes away. Tell me when the pressure goes.
It's gone.
Okay, so we can cut about that much off before it hits the nerve endings. I'm going to need somebody to hold your head.
I'll rage and hold their head.
That's not going to last long enough.
Oh.
This is going to be a process that takes longer than 6 seconds.
We can smack her a few times.
That's not how rage works, unfortunately. I'd have to actually hurt Toreen quite a lot.
What if I were to bite my own tongue?
Then you
Please
would bite
don't.
it off eventually.
Okay,
That's a very
why
weak
don't-
muscle.
Okay.
And by this time, rage is already worn off.
Okay, you burn one rage.
It's only 6 seconds. Around 6 seconds. If I don't take damage in that amount of time, rage disappears.
I can call somebody later. We will... I'm very experienced with trimming, so we can do that later. As for you... Let me see that.
I hand over the strange javelin.
You do, and you see her eyes glow with that golden aura. This is a... Where'd you get this?
I found it while fishing the other day. I didn't mean to bring it in, but things kept coming up.
Well, this is a very special javelin. It calls upon the stars, particularly the Quincy Chi.
Oh.
The Quincy Chi are the... 15 star constellations that have more influence over our world. Which one it is, I'm not sure. You'd have to actually throw it.
And I'm assuming wait to do that till I'm off the ship.
Probably. Some of the Quincy Chi's abilities are more devastating than others. How much do you know about them?
Not much, to be honest.
Well, they fall under 3 classifications: object, animal, and being. Then those classifications divide into the 5 major components: air, water, fire, earth, and arcana. They have a very dense history, and when you're on the sea as much as I am, you see them quite a lot.
Almost at 40s.
What?
Nothing, I'm talking to myself.
Okay. She hands you back the dagger. Is that all?
You mean?
Or the javelin.
Let me double check real quick. I'm also going to pull out a memory orb and go, well, this also came up at about the same time from the same net.
She looks at it. Oh, one of those things. Give me a moment. I know I have something that can view that without getting you trapped in it. Memory orbs are tricky. The smallest spark of magic can trap you in it until the memory's over. Nasty magic, too. But it makes good for archiving, considering a lot of our history from the last world is essentially gone, unless you find the very stray body or remnant or object from that time era. Things have history like that. Nope, there it is. She pulls out what appears to be... It's a weird device. It looks like a gun, but without a trigger. No, excuse me. It looks more like a spyglass, but without a trigger. And where the spyglass would be, there's just a hole.
Spyglass doesn't have a trigger to begin with.
It essentially looks like a little projector without the big, bulky base.
Ah.
She gestures her hand for the orb.
I hand it over.
Okay. So, this is a recollector. It recalls things. It can allow you to view memory orbs without actually stepping into them and potentially reliving whatever poor sep's unfortunate end you relived. So all you have to do is set it in here and the room suddenly transforms into something else. You find yourselves in a very strange place. It looks like a building, but all of the furniture is oddly... doesn't have character. It's very square and bulky. The windows are very symmetrical and trimmed. You've never seen such precision in furniture. And it's just a room, and there is a singular entity in it. It looks to be a dragonborn. He's pacing. And he's murmuring in a tongue you can't quite understand. It's Draconic. Do either of you speak Draconic?
I don't think so.
I don't think I do either. Let me check.
K9, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
Common, Goblin, Druidic, and Infernal.
There are bits of infernal in it. The words Tiamat strike you. Tiamat.
I say Tiamat out loud.
Blondie isn't. Blondie is paying close attention to what this dragonborn is saying, and her brow is furrowing heavily. Suddenly,
I
the
assume
dragonborn
Blondie knows what he's saying.
She seems to be able to understand it. The dragonborn in the projector in this image suddenly pulls out a strange-looking arcane device, and the room suddenly fills with a 3D depiction of a map. It looks like Plumas, but the islands are really close together. And he points to a spot in the center where there's a huge, massive island. And he points at it, And Blondie slowly cocks her head. She's gonna roll wisdom.
Can I roll to see if I know about this? Like, to see if I know where this is?
Sure, roll wisdom.
Okay. Ooh! What's my wisdom?
Can I roll to see if I know this from my travels as a... Where? Wild
Sure,
hunt?
roll wisdom.
18, 19, 20, 21!
I don't know a damn thing. I rolled a 2.
Your nose starts to bleed. You take 2 points of psionic damage.
Oh,
As your
jeez.
brain tries to piece together what this is, and it cannot. 21.
Yeah, 18 plus 3.
You briefly think, oh yeah, that's just Plumas. And that's the 8 islands. That's Philara, Eater, Achieve, fucking Google Maps, Volcano, Tralum, Hollow, Imara, Radas, and in the center is... And then your brain goes blank.
Huh.
There isn't an island in the center.
I look at Blondie.
She looks at you with this hard-edged look. As suddenly magical circles glow underneath the Dragonborn, and it erupts, burning the Dragonborn alive as 5 heads suddenly rear up from within. And suddenly the camera starts to move and starts scratching at the floor, trying to destroy these sigils before it too is incinerated, and the orb ends.
I know that
Those 5
was
heads look very
bad.
familiar.
What was that?
Blondie shrugs. No idea. Seemed like nonsense.
Can I roll to see if she's telling the truth?
Insight?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead, roll insight.
That is a 22.
22, give me a second. Where are my bullshits? Hit. Jesus fucking hell, woman. You said 26?
22.
22? There's a slight tremor in her hand as she sets it down on the desk. Other than that, her facial expression doesn't give anything away.
I'm just going to think to myself, we all deserve our secrets.
Blondie, do you...
Do I what?
That island in the center.
What island?
Boon looks at Blondie very confused.
She looks at you, equally confused.
There was an 8th island. On that map that showed. There was an island that's not supposed to be there.
She thinks. You see her eyes go a little hazy.
Oh no.
What? There's no island in the middle of Plumas. Otherwise it would make that perfect wing shape.
Never mind. I look at Toreen, and then back at Blondie. Do you think we could watch this again with the rest of my group?
She looks at the Recolleator. I don't know if that's a very wise idea. It's just nonsense.
Blondie, you and I both know that that's not nonsense.
It's nonsense.
Boon puts her hands on her hips.
You guys have bigger things to do, don't you?
this has to do with those bigger things.
Well, which steps are you going to take? This doesn't sound... She takes a breath and breathes out. This is for bigger people to deal with, not shrimp like you.
Just because I'm small doesn't mean I can't handle things.
Okay, prove it.
Alright, how? How do you want me to prove it to you? Do you want me to tell you about all of the torment that I've been through? The fact that I can't
No.
swim because I'm too heavy?
Knock me out right now.
Alright, motherfucker. I am going to cast Kiss of Petals.
Alrighty then.
At 2nd level.
Okay, go ahead. Roll damage.
Alrighty. Roll damage? Just damage?
We'll roll to attack. How does Kiss of Petals work?
Okay, hang on. I have to find the link. Where did I put the link? Where did it go? Where is it? It's in the Discord.
Blondie
Fuck.
has legendary skills.
So? Blondie told her to attack her. This attack is non-lethal. Boon understand. Where the fuck is it? Okay.
I don't know, man.
Nope, don't worry. Don't worry. Found it.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So it's, I don't need to roll, it's just a plain dex save, which I assume she'll probably pass, but it's, each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d6 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The projectiles created by this spell cause no pain at all. Although they cause damage, the hit point loss inflicted by this spell represents a sensation of euphoria that saps the strength from a creature's body and is wholly unlethal.
Okay.
So there's
22.
no risk of dying. 22?
Yes.
I'm gonna assume that she passes. It doesn't tell me what the dex is, so I'm gonna go with my spell DC, which is 13. So that's at 2nd level, the damage increases, so that's just so that would be 4d8.
Okay.
And alright, Frank, don't fuck me, please. I don't have... Alright, well that is 10 damage, so it doesn't knock her out or do anything, but it certainly saps some strength.
You did 20 damage.
Yeah, but she saved, so she only takes half.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. She
So
seems wholly fine.
These glowing petals fill the room, and just kind of shoot towards Blondie, and you know she's totally fine, but there's definitely like some weird sensation.
She doesn't seem fazed by it at all.
Boon
I
huffs.
look at Boon and I go, Boon?
What?
Try something else.
We are kind of shrimp to her.
She's going
Yeah,
to
to
climb
her.
on top of the desk and pull out her cutlass. Try something else.
You're gonna say a gun.
I'm gonna look at her.
Metal.
Here, allow me to do something to allow you to do something more. She's gonna hit you with the cutlass.
She's gonna hit me with the cutlass. Alright, does that mean that I can use Hellish Rebuke?
Yep.
Alright,
She's gonna
cool.
roll to attack you.
Alrighty.
She's only gonna do one of her multi-attacks.
Wait. Sentinel.
You're going to choose to fight her?
This is helping in the knocking her out, correct?
Okay.
Can I stop Toreen?
This is now combat.
What do you say to Toreen?
Toreen, stay out of it, please.
If you so choose, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna munch on some of the fish stew I still have left and go, don't rough her up too bad, Blondie.
Boone understands that this is not a winning battle, but she's got a point to prove.
19.
But she's 19. I mean, her Boon's armor class is only 12, so she takes damage.
Alright, 3d8 plus 4.
Alrighty, and then does Hellish Rebuke work before or after the attack?
It is a reaction.
It is a reaction.
So as soon as you
I gotta look
take
up.
damage, you can cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
This is fine. Let's see here, 3d8 plus 4. Okay, you take 20 points of slashing damage.
It hurts, but Boon is still standing.
Okay, go ahead and let's see what Hellish Rebuke do. Let's see how Hellish Rebuke do.
You point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dex saving throw, 2d10 fire damage on a failed save. When you cast this spell using a second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10. Blah blah blah. So again, I'm gonna burn another second level spell, just because, you know, whatever.
Okay.
So that's a dex save.
22.
22? Okay. So that is just half. So there's my, is this a D10 or a D12? This is a D12. What does a D10? There's the D10. Okay, well that's a 10 for the first one. Fuck, it fell on the ground. Well, give me a moment. I don't know where my purple D10 went, so I'm gonna use the silver one now. I don't know where my, okay, there it is. So 10, 4, and 3. 10, 4, 3. 17. 17 divided by 2.
She takes none of it.
Okay.
Unless this is, like, not fire.
No, it's fire.
She takes none of it.
Okay.
Blondie blinks down at you. I thought it would do something different. The reason why Boon sounds pissed, Lizbit, is because Blondie is trying to get her to knock her out.
Boon absolutely knows that this is a losing battle. But that doesn't mean she's gonna stop.
If I might make a suggestion, maybe you should try wild shaping.
I thought I had a point to prove to you.
I'm having a point to prove to you.
Look, I get that you're stronger than me, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try.
This? She grabs the orb and shoves it in your face. This is so much more dangerous than whatever you're planning on doing.
Then why have I seen those heads before?
That was Tiamat.
Tiamat? Not a Hydra?
Do I know what Tiamat is?
Roll religion as Blondie sits on her desk and crosses her legs over. And takes out a greater healing
18.
potion and hands it to you from over the desk, Boon.
I go ahead and I take it.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You just max out. 18 for religion. Tiamat is the dragon from, well, the general
dragon
shrieks. She is the chromatic evil dragon god, mother to all chromatic dragons, and fated to bring the end of the world. Her goal is to devour the world and allow her dragon children to reign over it, but only specifically the chromatic colors of black, white, blue, green, and red.
So the evil dragons.
Correct.
So does this have anything to do with what we're doing?
Do you ask her that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Then why aren't you telling us what it's about?
She purses her lips. Tiamat is a god. An actual god. Whatever this man was trying to do clearly failed.
Well, whatever happened, that island is missing now.
What island?
Don't worry about it. You won't remember.
So, are you going to drop it, or are you going to keep looking?
I'll drop it. I apologize.
No need. Your heart's in the right place, but you're not strong enough for this in the slightest. I'm not even strong enough for this. The only people who are probably strong enough for it are the voices, legendary heroes, and the inoculum, or the gods themselves. Believe me, if a god like Tiamat steps out of place, a large portion of the population will die, sure, but that'll cause the gods to act. They'll send their champions and their avatars. This sounds a little bit too big to bite and chew on.
Even so, I would still like to show it to my group. For this
Roll persuasion.
island. Okay. Alrighty, what's my persuasion? That's 11. It didn't do very well.
She looks at you and shakes her head. You have a father who's currently panicking about his children, a mother whose child is a monster, an undead being who's currently registered to get dragged down to the Shrieks, you who has your own goddess to save, a cat that's cursed by gods knows what, and then the dog.
This doesn't have to do with Tiamat, it has to do with the 8th island that I saw.
Fine.
All
Sure.
I want is it possible to see just that one part? That's all I want to see.
Unfortunately, memory orbs play from the very beginning until the very end. But if you're not going to go after Tiamat, sure. But what do I care? If you end up dead, you end up dead. It's no skin off my teeth.
I've already died once. Probably gonna happen again, but...
Super death is a possibility.
Super death?
Yeah. I assume that's total erasure of existence.
Total eradication of your soul, your past lives, and your name.
Yep. Speaking of names, you wouldn't happen to know how I get a name back, would you?
You find the original person who has the contract.
Okay.
And you
You
destroy
wouldn't be
that
interested
contract.
in taking down the academia, would you? And Boon's mood has just completely changed.
Isla, if you want to take a bathroom break, go ahead. Does anyone else need to take a bathroom break?
I'm good for now.
I'm fine.
God damn. We didn't even get to the fun bits today.
We can...
Roleplay does
Boon
tend to
wrap up.
drag us out.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too.
Blondie thinks for a moment. Allegedly, I would not be opposed to it. Allegedly, if you had good resources.
Boon thinks for a minute. I have a goddess on my side.
I have 3, technically, right now.
Yeah. Plus a demigod. And everybody else.
I think you're going to
And-
need some more resources than that.
How about we get back to you?
Sure. I would not be opposed to, allegedly, hypothetically, taking down the academia and taking more of their... would you call them what they are, slaves? Plus, getting my hands on their research would be infallible.
As long as...
Infallible?
Well, if I can, I'll draft up a contract. How does that sound? And I'll get back to you on it.
He shrugs and nods. Just make sure you don't get the guilds involved. They're a little bit biased since the Academia technically hasn't broken any laws.
They're killing a forest, and if this forest dies, everything in there is gonna die with it.
That's not a problem for civilization.
It certainly could be.
Could be, but it's not a problem now. The guild is more concerned with tyrants, liches, beasts of murderous intent. That's their job.
And the forgetting.
The forgetting?
Yep.
You mean the illness?
Yeah, the forgetting.
She thinks they shouldn't be. That's a epidemic issue.
And what were we hired to do?
She looks at you. What? Beg pardon?
Like,
Well, we were hired by somebody to do something about something. Toreen, do you remember?
I think it was to fight someone that was causing. I don't know.
Do you remember that big tree?
Yeah.
Hard to forget.
Yeah, I think we all died there. And it made a big tree. And then we all forgot.
Now we're here.
Blondie blinks at you slowly. Okay, that doesn't really answer a whole lot for me, but I will take your word for it.
It's best if you don't think about it too hard, because then you'll forget, just like you forgot about the 8th island.
She looks at you. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I was getting sick.
It's not a sickness. Not really. Something's going on. Something's cursed the world. And Plymouth just happens to be the center of it all.
She nods. So it would seem. If you're all quite done, I do want to get back to... She stops and looks at you, Toreen.
I do have one more thing. I placed 2 pearls on there. I know it's not much, but I want to give this as an apology for not getting to that kobold sooner.
She looks down at the pearls and picks them up. And hands them back to you. I don't want your money. My kobolds know what they're signing up for, and they wouldn't have it any other way. I've lost a lot of my crew over these years. It comes with the territory. It doesn't get any easier. They all know what they're signing up for. It was either this life or slavery, being cut up, all that kind of stuff.
If I'm able to liberate any from the academia, be sure to send him here. It seems like a good place. Good crew.
Oh, I certainly won't say no to that.
You seem to take care of these people. I appreciate that, especially people like me and Thomas.
She gives a more genuine smile. Oh, it's hard to let go of good treasure when you see it. It's just some people don't see treasure for what it really is, or treat it good.
Thomas is certainly a treasure.
Oh, yes, he is, considering he built all my cannons.
Impressive.
Oh, very. You can give that little thing any material and you can make something out of it. Such a doll. That reminds me, I should probably go tell him to eat.
I can go do that.
I'd
And Blondie,
appreciate it.
I apologize for my outburst.
It comes from a place of passion. You want to do good in this world, and it's either going to beat it out of you so you become as cynical as I am, or who knows, maybe you'll prove me wrong. I'd love to see that.
One day.
Not a girl.
All right, I give her a big old smile, even if it's a little creepy. I give her a big old smile, and I wave and make my way out.
She smiles back with a few sharp teeth of her own.
As I'm walking away, I go, sorry again, and I go to walk out.
She gives you a nod and steps off her desk as you both leave and goes back to whatever she was doing in the back. All right, what's everyone else doing?
Well, am I done with my shift?
You've been done with your shift.
I was looking for Garnet, was my next plan.
All right.
Question.
Yeah.
Would... telepathy only works with sight, right?
I don't know. Read. You gotta read me the feat, man. I can't remember all these feats.
That's
Y'all have started fucking picking some insane ass shit. Where is the fucking water?
Yeah, 60 feet that you can see. I was
Where's
wondering if maybe
the
because I
water?
knew Garnet enough, I could just fucking talk to her, but no.
Where's the water?
In the cup.
The water's gone and I can't turn it back on.
Oh,
I can't turn the water back on. I can see the layer, but I
did you
can't turn it on.
somehow accidentally move it behind the grid?
Okay.
There you go.
Alright, water's back on. Toreen, you just walk out and there's nothing. It's just a void. There's just jam squares and oh, there's the water.
I just momentarily have that very disconcerting sensation, like, is this all happening in the same spot? Am I just static on one screen and it's slowly rotating from left to right as I'm just staying in one spot?
You feel something thunk on your head as an acorn lands on your head.
Oh, what's in my bag?
You have one acorn. You two walk out. Hadriel, were you still topside or did you go downstairs to look for Garnet?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming in that time, I assumed she was down on the bottom floor, but I probably asked around if people would have known that she would have went to the captain's quarters.
Yeah, people say that she's there.
Alright, then I would have headed that way.
Okay, you would probably have bumped into fucking Chuckles and Scary Fuck.
Which one's Chuckles?
Who do you think?
I don't know.
Toreen.
Toreen!
Okay.
Fucking Boon's gone, so Toreen, you gotta do the heavy lifting for both of you.
Sorry, what am I doing? Zoned out.
We're just passing each other as I'm going to Blondie.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, good. I'm sure you guys put her in a great mood, huh?
Not me.
She beat the crap out of Boon, but it was alright.
Okay.
Yeah. Go get him, Slugger.
Good luck.
Okay, so you go into Blondie's fucking quarters. I fucking have to turn everything back off. Damn it. Just fucking turn it on, turn it back off. Alright, Blondie. You just see her fucking trailing behind her office thing. Where's this? Turn this off. I gotta turn off.
Oh god. It's flooding. The ship's sinking.
God damn it, turn off the water. You see her disappear, her coattails disappearing behind the desk, behind those walls.
Which rug had the portal to water?
That would be the one, behind the desk. So
I'm
this
going
one.
out of my way to not step on that.
Okay. So you're just walking in?
I'll say hello as I walk in.
Okay. You say hello, and Blondie straightens up, takes a deep breath, and turns over to look at you and says, "Yes?"
I was told my daughter was here?
Mm-hmm. You can see her right there.
Okay, follow-up question. Why?
Mhm. She... Welcome back. She, pinches the bridge of her nose between her forefinger and thumb and says, "Because she's not well."
Was it
You
the
really-
hits from the elemental?
I think it was a lot more than just the hits. You do realize she hasn't been sleeping, right? At all.
She hasn't been sleeping?
I have found her passed out at least 3 times at the bow of the ship.
Oh, fuck. I know what it is.
Those hits did a lot more. From what my kobolds told me, she went down 3 times. She's not mentally well, so I've put her in here.
Wait, is
I'm
the
going-
not sleeping happened before the elemental fight or after?
I think it was something before the elemental fight.
Yeah, I know what it is.
If you know what it is, why didn't you fix it? Or at least attempt to, or reach out to anybody here who could try?
I didn't think that it was affecting her. She doesn't like telling me things because of who I was before, apparently.
She grimaces. It's in the past, I suppose, but it is affecting her. She's not well. I don't think a stay in here is going to keep her well. I don't know if I can even keep her down.
Would it help if I told you what happened?
What happened? Sure.
My guess, at least, is we were fighting a being, I suppose you could call it, that probed into her mind and found my and our home. More specifically, a grave of one of our relatives. And that's why we're going back. Because it saw that and then disappeared, and we think that's where that's going.
Blondie seems to digest that information, nods slowly.
And she was very freaked out about it after it happened. But she seemed to perk up after, but I guess she was hiding how much it really messed with her.
Girls could tend to do that. Especially when they're this young. And they haven't experienced enough of the world yet. She's strong. Not as strong as she probably should be, but she's strong enough. But the mental fortitude isn't there. She doesn't have nearly as many years of experience out in the world as you and I do.
Yeah,
Anyone
she
can tell you
ran
that.
right towards a water elemental as a fire person, so...
Blondie nods. My point exactly. Wherever she comes from, she needs to stay there or she needs to see professional help. Zanara has already been informed of this, and we would like to try and help her as best as we can on a ship. But we can't make the trauma go away.
This isn't a greater restoration fix.
That doesn't fix that. Work and habits fix that. She seems to have the good mentality of bottling everything up until it becomes too much.
Yeah, I wonder where she got that.
Zanara, fucking Blondie looks at you and winces. We are our parents sometimes. Apples don't fall far from the tree, yada yada yada, etc., etc. The point is, I put her into a sleep so she can start recovering physically from that. Keeping her in that sleep is tricky, but she needs it, and good nutrition.
I was literally gonna suggest to her that we get someone to actually train her when we get back to our island. But I don't know if it's fighting she needs, if that would get her mind off of it, or if it needs to be something else that isn't that strenuous.
I think she needs to stop running away from her problems like everyone seems to do nowadays. She needs to think on it and not let it creep up on her. If I had to take a guess, I want to talk to her when she wakes up, and I have ways of getting her to talk without, pulling teeth. I am the life of the party, after all.
Would it be too invasive to detect thoughts?
I don't fucking... What does detect thoughts do?
What is it?
Do I know that you're casting it?
Well, I think I was asking that more to Blondie in the sense of like, do you think that would cause
I thought
harm,
you
or
were
do you
just
think
gonna
that would help?
I thought you were just gonna try and cast that shit on her, and I'm gonna be like, she's probably gonna fight you.
No, not on Blondie.
I'm like, what? You're very trusting.
You read the thoughts of the creature. When you cast the spell as an action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus on the creature within its language.
Isn't this basically what caused it all in the first place?
Maybe. I guess I don't know what it used. It used some weird, like, magic shit.
Blondie.
Unless you just spiced up detect thoughts.
I'm not telling you. Fuck off. It's my magic. It's
I
my
didn't ask.
monsters.
I just said unless you did.
My monsters. My monsters that are
Okay.
destroying the world. Blondie shrugs.
Well, she's practically comatose. She can't really fight you. And if you're gentle about it... But you have to be gentle about it.
Oh, I guess. It wouldn't hurt getting a very gentle try, and if I'm too gentle that I don't break through, then that's better than doing damage, so...
We can also just put her in a zone of truth.
I point out that the way Detect Thoughts reads is that you're doing this with like a nuclear radiation level of connection. Because it's blocked by a
this is a
thin
lot
sheet
of
of lead.
words.
Blocked by a thin sheet
No,
of
that's
lead,
just how
2
that's how
feet of
any
metal,
kind of
and
Yeah.
several feet of rock. It sounds like you're using nuclear radiation to contact
That's-
their mind.
That's more because you can use it as like a sonar as well. I could cast detect thoughts and detect people that I can't see.
Why the hell is this spell an entire fucking essay?
Because
Motherfucker
it
over
gives
here
you
in
the
the ox-
option. It gives you the option to just do the like normal, like, you know, top of the head thoughts, and then you can actually probe a lot deeper.
Okay.
But that's what actually requires the save.
The target is self.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
creature.
detect thoughts with our
Alright, how deep are you gonna probe?
surface level at first.
Oh, that
Okay.
sounds dirty.
Shush. What is with you guys?
The duration, you can read the thoughts of a creature when the spell...
Because it's for the duration I can do this.
You
It's not
can
just
focus your mind on any one creature. And if the creature you initially learn the surface thoughts, what is most on the mind in the moment, isn't it? Okay.
Alright. Well, Garnet's gonna fucking roll insight with disadvantage. Cause she a tired bitch. She does very poorly. Alright, so you start to probe
I
in
do want to
her
move
mi-
next to her and take her hand.
Okay. Blondie steps aside and you move over. She's very neatly and tightly tucked into this blanket and pillow. And you just kind of wrestle her hand out and touch it and you cast the spell. And immediately you find yourself neck deep in water. And it keeps splashing up into your nose and into your mouth and into your ears. And it takes you a moment to actually find Garnet. And you can see Garnet is struggling against the tide. and there are figures looming above her. And you also feel something grab at your ankles. And you look down into the water and you see there are figures below trying to pull her down, and they look starkly familiar. There is a little boy and a little girl grabbing at her ankles. And above her, there's an older man with a bigger belly trying to force her head under. And they're just murmuring things like, "It should have been you. It should have been you and not us. Why was it not you? It should have been you. It should have been you."
My gods, what the hell?
And Garnet is doing her best to try and stay above the water. You see her trying to activate that ability, but there's no light of Vega, there's no stars, there's no nothing. She is alone in an ocean with these beings, and she's just fighting.
Well, fucking, I'm swimming to her.
You start to swim towards her, and you feel somebody else grabbing at you. And you see a very young-looking face with familiar curly blonde hair and piercing blue eyes, another female Haragon. And as she opens, very young, about 6 years old.
Yeah.
And then her age suddenly changes. She's suddenly a lot older. She's a beautiful girl with these full cheeks and beautifully done up hair. Very, very proud chest of fluff on her. And she opens her mouth and water just starts gushing out of it. And you go under, and you are suddenly yanked back out.
Damn, I didn't even get a fucking chance. When you say yanked out, you mean I am no longer in her thoughts. Yeah.
You are no longer in her thoughts. Well, we gotta wrap this up. It's late.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well. Fuck, I don't know if this would really work, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay. Woody.
I'm going to use my telepathy. I took the feat telepathy, by the way.
Yeah.
To Garnet. And I'm gonna say, you and I made a promise to be more open with each other and to help each other. Let me help you. Let me ease the burden so you can do the same for me one day. And I'm going to... I don't know if this is going to work. It's more symbolism, I suppose, but I'm gonna take her kind of into my arms, and I'm using the light. I'm glowing.
Okay, roll Arcana.
What is my Arcana?
I think it's pretty poor.
It's just a 1, but I rolled pretty high, so that's 17.
17. Okay, you flicker, and this is an ability you are not very good at. You are terrible at glowing, but you managed to do a very steady.
Actually, wait.
What?
Technically, it's 18. I forgot I could add half my proficiency bonus to things I'm not proficient at.
Oh yeah, jack of all trades. Still, you're pretty bad at glowing, but you managed to keep up a steady glow. And her breathing does even out some. She's not as tense, but she's certainly not awake.
That's fair. I'm just trying to ease anything.
Blondie, speaks up. This is going to take a lot of work.
Yeah?
But this is a start.
So gently lay her down.
You do that, and you see there are little tears in the corner of her eyes, but she is breathing a lot more evenly.
Huh? Like I said, a start.
the start. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Hey.
We didn't get to the fun bit. We'll definitely get to it next time.
I think we made a lot of good progress.
You guys made a lot of good progress, fucking character-wise. I'm very happy about this. And then we're just gonna go straight into fighting.
Yay!
My heart when Boon started attacking the literal dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, you all figured that out, huh? What gave it
Yeah.
away?
The fire damage immunity.
And the
Her talking
dragon
about her.
that saved the fucking. Well, she was riding on a dragon, I suppose, but yeah.
No, well, my insight check on that and the way that she just talks about her crew, about them being her about them being treasure, and how nobody. I'm like,
It's
that's
her
a
hoard.
dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was on purpose, but I almost caught a Freudian slip where she said, or she was about to say as someone as old as I am, but she said as someone as, and then changed it to as long as I've been on the sea. I mean, it might not have been on purpose.
No, you get inspiration. That was it. She's not very old in terms of dragon standards, though. She is pretty green. Her mom, on the other hand, not so much.
Wait, didn't we find that garnet when we were with Blondie?
Yeah.
What, it followed her fucking pocket?
Maybe. Listen, she felt bad for Boon, okay? She felt bad.
I just realized
She
that.
felt bad. Wait, when was this? I don't remember.
It was so long ago that I thought everybody would forget. And of course, DJ is like, hey, Leslie, guy who really likes the rocks, look at this cool rock. And then Leslie's like, oh yeah, it's a cool rock. Probably came from somewhere, man. How is it so smooth?
So that she fucking Blondie's gonna probably see that garnet and be like, wait, what?
She's gonna be like,
Pretty
nice
rock.
garnet. That's a nice garnet.
You know what? I just thought of something. Why am I sitting
What?
here trying my hardest to get her out of this funk? I could just light the Sex on the Beach candle. That'll wake her up.
No! Stop going there! Why don't you go there? Why?
It's the name of a drink.
Honestly,
It's
with
an
who gave it to me,
alcoholic drink.
with who gave it to me, I'm worried I'm gonna light it and disappear and then reappear like 3 hours later. Like, so I was
I
on
will
a
tell
beach.
you this right now. Fucking Twice is a horny motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why I
That
haven't
man
lit the candle
fucks.
yet.
That man fucks.
Well, more because they were in cahoots with Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, no, that man fucks.
I'm not making the chicken hot cocoa.
Listen, it might help your kid or you.
I'm not making the chicken hot cocoa.
Then fucking sell it. I don't fucking care. I'm not your mom.
Who wants chicken hot cocoa?
It's not chicken hot cocoa, DJ. It's hot cocoa with a chicken on it.
You didn't say that.
Yes, I did.
Technically, chicken hot cocoa is the correct way to say it.
Yes, and that's why I keep being like, it's not chicken hot cocoa. It is chicken with a hot. Anyways, guys, we gotta go.
Okay.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Pumpkin pits, goodbye.
We'll argue
Fuck.
off screen.